Welcome to InfoHub Extended. Ghana now boasts of 3 bauxite mining operations. These are Bauxite Company of Ghana Incorporated, BCGI, subsidiary of Rusal, Bauxite Minerals Group Ghana Incorporated, and First Bauxite Corporation. In earlier operations, bauxite mining was concentrated mainly in the northeast of Guyana, with the 2 largest mines being located at Linden in the Demerara River, south of the capital city Georgetown, and at Kwakwani in the Berbice River. This has since changed, with mining activities taking place in other regions. On this InfoHub Extended, we examined the Bonasika mining project.
Dogs again, and no mailbox.
Don't let this happen to you.
I'm so happy that I get this mailbox. Now I get all my mails. You know how much times GPL come and disconnect me life because I can't get my bill? I didn't notice. Anyways, girl, the post office encouraging all residents to install a mailbox so they can improve their service to us.
Get your mailbox today and help the Guyana Post Office to serve you better.
It is now the era of oil and gas in Ghana. However, Ghana also boasts of many other natural resources like gold, diamond, and of course bauxite. Towards the end of the 19th century, bauxite was discovered in Ghana in a belt stretching across the country from the northwest district to the Currentine River, with large deposits identified in the Pomeroon, in Essequibo, around Bartica, Mackenzie, Ituni, Kanji, and Uriala. Bauxite mining in Ghana officially began in October 1916 at Three Friends Mine, 10 miles outside of Mackenzie Region 10. It was being done by the newly incorporated Demerara Bauxite Company. Fast-tracked to 2019, bauxite mining currently takes place in other regions, namely Region 3. In Region 3, First Bauxite Corporation, a Canadian natural resources company which has its head office in New Orleans, Louisiana, USA, is currently engaging in the exploration and development of bauxite deposits through a project called the Bonasika Mining Project. The project thus far has received praise from the government for its consciousness of the environment, as well as plans for development for the surrounding Sandhills community. First Bauxite started feasibility study work on the Bonasika project in 2008. In 2015, the company conducted 2 major production trials, and full-scale production is set for this year. So, as Ghana prepares for this, the Minister with responsibility for bauxite mining, Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman, visited the Region 3 project to get a first-hand look at the operations thus far.
This is the sort of lowest stripping ratio portion of the whole of Bonasika 7. So we start here, and obviously as we progress out, we go into deeper and deeper level of bauxite. But so right in the corner of this, the southwestern corner, it's exposed to surface, and then as we progress eastward, it increases in thickness of overburden up to about 42 meters, which is the maximum right in the corner. And then after that, that's the edge of the pit.
He was accompanied by Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin, First Bauxite's new Chief Executive Officer Bill Rice, and Head of the company operations in Ghana Ian Christie, and other company officials. During the tour, Minister Trotman noted that government was so far pleased with the work done in Region 3 by First Bauxite Corporation. He especially praised the company's stance on safety and security.
We like the layout, we like the concerns being placed on safety and on the environment, the work being done. And most of all, I'm pleased about the high level of local content involved in building roads, buildings, engineers working on the site.
Within the next 15 years, government will receive approximately $50 million in royalties, mining license fees, employee PAYE taxes, contractor withholding taxes, and Jinmin company tax through the Bonasika bauxite project.
We can actually say that we now have 3 bauxite mining operations in Guyana. I think people have grown accustomed to operations in Region 10. There's a brand new spanking one in Region 3.
Minister Trotman says he was especially impressed with the number of locals working on the Bonasika project. To date, the project has employed a total of 130 local contractors on site, 70 permanent local staff, with 10 locals in middle management positions and 5 in senior management positions. 25 persons have also been employed from the Sandhills community. There are 8 expat managers on site. Minister Trotman says it's also a moment of great pride, having met the project from its infancy in 2015.
We hear of the high quality bauxite that is here. We hear that the company has already done some preliminary shippings, and so progress has started, production has started. And so it's a personal, for me personally, having met this project in its infancy in 2015.
On the employment of Guyanese, Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin says it was his first concern.
That was the first question that I asked. I wanted to know how many persons were employed here, how many of them were local, and how many of them were actually from this community. And yes, they do a lot of work with the community. They have some plans that they would like to some assistance that they would like to provide to the community during the life of the mine, and they also rely heavily on employees from this community. And from what I've been told, this has started all during the development of the project. So I was very pleased to hear that. Yeah.
Through the Bonasika mining project, the Sandhills community has been provided with electricity via solar panels, and this Minister Gaskin believes would encourage development.
For a community that has not had electricity, and now that they have electricity, that's one more reason for people to stay in the community and to do things in the community that require energy that they probably were not able to do before. So, I mean, development is a process, and every little bit of help counts, you know, whether it's education, whether it's utilities, whether it's being able to use agricultural products from the area.
During the visit, both ministers, along with company officials, visited a lone primary school in the area. Meantime, on its impact on the environment, First Bauxite Corporation has committed to ensuring that the environment is protected during its mining operations in Region 3. The company's new Chief Executive Officer, Bill Rice, says it wants to leave as little a footprint as possible.
That is something that's important to all of us. I mean, it's both environment and safety. Those are two of the most important things to us. And so it's something that we're going to work very hard that we leave as small of a footprint as possible.
Rice says the company will also continue to hold as a matter of top priority its contributions to the surrounding Sandhills community, where its Bonasika mining project is located.
We earn our mining license on a daily basis with the community, because if we don't do the right things, then we will never be successful.
So far, First Bauxite Corporation has been working assiduously to recycle as much material as possible. Head of its Ghana operations, Ian Christie, says water is one such resource.
As much as possible, we recycle all of the water that we use in our washing process. This mine is very benign in the sense that even though it's a minerals operation, we don't use chemicals in the processing. It's all nearly all water. We might use a little bit of alum for accelerated settling of water in the collection ponds, but apart from that, we will contribute environmentally by minimising outfalls to the natural environment.
Speaking of recycled materials, Neville Clemenson, a local geologist working on the project, tells us of how the roads in the mining area are being constructed with recycled materials.
We started building the haul road, and it started from Sandhills coming into the mine site. The plan is to use local material as much as we can, of course, which would be stuff that we're mining as waste in the deposit, like the loam. If you look behind where you're standing now, that's the material we're going to use to do the first capping of the surface, followed by some high iron bauxite to consolidate the surface. That process has already begun. You would have driven past a bit of the haul road as we came in. Now the haul road is going to stop just short of where we are here. That's because in a mine site, the roads keep migrating, the internal roads and haul routes. So we're going to stop just short of here, and all the internal roads will be taken to that point. Okay, but as it is right now, local material is being used from the mine site, and we've been able to source the final cap externally, and that is being supplied and stockpiled at Sandhills as we speak.
On development of the Sandhills community, A new school is scheduled for construction later this year.
During this year, as part of our capital project, we will be doing 3 things here for the school and the local community. The first thing we're looking at is a new school building, as you can see out here in this available space, which will cost over $400,000 US.
Christie says scholarships will be offered to students making the transition from primary to secondary to the university. He adds that the company remains committed to development of Sandhills as part of its social responsibility.
We're supporting them in many ways. We installed a brand new solar electricity system about 12 months ago, and so for the first time ever the school had electricity to run their computers and other facilities. We've also installed water pumps for them, and we've done some work on the sewage system here as well.
The bauxite found in Region 3 is said to be one of high quality and found nowhere else in the world.
You have been watching InfoHub Extended, where we highlighted the operations of the Bonasika mining project. Do join us again next time. Goodbye.
Tell.
Disclosure is important. Encouraging a partner to test can be life-saving. Disclosing or encouraging a partner to test does not have to be your sole responsibility. Professionals can help.
So, you can call and tell them for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
I will tell. I just need some time.
I am HIV positive.
Don't let your doubts and fears get the best of you. Having the other person know their status is just as important as you knowing yours. Partner testing is not only for the other person, but also for you. Encourage your partners to test and disclose.